Alright guys, today's Tip Tuesday is about Velcro One-Wrap. It is a double-sided which has already the hook and loop in one piece, and it's thin. It's different than, let's say, these are regular Velcro strips. This one only has the loop and this one has the hook, right? So this piece right here, it's both in one and it's super thin and really sticky. You could use it for everyday items that you have. This, for example, is just cable management that is used by just a strip that I cut out. You could also use it for pouches, for example. This is just a pouch that I put instead of the malice clips or traditional clips. I just use the one Velcro. The main advantage of using the one Velcro is, first of all, it's easier to put on and off onto any type of belt. Second, it's more reliable as it goes around the whole belt rather than going through just the front of the MOLLE. And it's more consistent, it holds better, and it's lighter. Regarding putting on other belts, so for example, this I have a G code. So this right here is a little wider than, let's say, this standard belt, right? This case right here, this one doesn't have anything. You could use like a Mattis clip or another provided clip, but this will be too big. So in that case, I use the one Velcro. So even though this belt is thinner than a 1.5, the way I set it up, this doesn't even move, right? And I'll show you guys how I did that. In another case, for standard Velcro belts, it's way easier to put on, and you could put it on even without the Velcro. So in this case right here, this belt does not have Velcro on this side, but I used the One-Wrap, and you can see here how it doesn't even move the handcuff pouch. Rather, in this case right here, it's on the MOLLE itself, and it does have a little wiggle. You could go up and down. So that's just the nature of using these type of clips. So as you can see on this belt right here, you're not relying on where the MOLLE is. You could just put whatever pouch you want anywhere you want on the belt. In this case here, I just cut it like in a Z shape. This is just to have a low profile on the belt itself, giving me more coverage when I use the inner belt. So right now, if you could see the inner belt, when I put it on the belt itself, there's almost no cover, there's no gap in between. So that's one style of doing it. The easier style is just to wrap it. This is my old belt. This one I just wrapped it. I didn't cut the Z shape. So in this case right here, there will be a little more gap between this. So with the one wrap, you could also cut this in any size you want. In this case right here on this brace, I'm using it as a split fix, for example. So right now I'm just using a little loop over here, and this helps keep the brace a little intact. You could also use it for some cable management. And also, if you have a belt, you see it, this for example is gonna have the gap. I just put a little bit more here so it now glides in a little bit better and it has more contact with the inner belt. So you could use the one wrap basically with any pouch or holster. It could be a radio holster or whatnot. In this case, I just kept the standard clips of this belt. But you could use the one wrap for a lot of different pouches. It's just easier to put on and off. And I think this just has way more contact with the belt itself. So you could also use it to hold stuff. In this case, I'm just holding the little controller for the vehicle. And it's a simple, easy way to put it. And also, if you have a belt that does not have a full coverage of the Velcro on the back, you could just cover this whole section here with the one wrap, giving you more contact with your inner belt. Okay. All right, so how did I do this section right here? As you can see, if you just wrap the Velcro, there is space so the belt could move. So for you not to have the belt moving, all you have to do is on one side, you're gonna wrap it under the belt. As you can see right now, it's under. Now you flatten it out. Then you come with the rest of the Velcro. So right now, it's stuck to the belt and it's not gonna play up and down. And as mentioned, this is just a regular belt. This is just one way to put it on here. And as you can see on this one, you do not have to follow any MOLLE. So for example, this one is on the MOLLE itself. I just had this one already set. These, you don't have to follow the MOLLE. So what I mean by the MOLLE is just this section right here. So using the one wrap, you could put it basically anywhere in the belt itself. All right, and there's no play at all, up and down, left and right. This one right now, you have a little bit of play up and down and a little bit more left and right. This one, as you can see, there's no play at all. And as mentioned regarding the coverage of the belt, My waist was a little small for this belt, so I had to put the max, let's say make the belt as small as I could. So right here is the limit of the molly on the belt where I'm passing my nail. And this whole section right here, starting from my thumb to over here, there's no Velcro. So using the One-Wrap actually helped put more contact of Velcro in regards to the inner belt. The more contact you have of Velcro, the sturdier it's going to be on your waist. So I do recommend getting the One-Wrap in 1.5 inches as the one I have here. And how you're going to set this up is all you have to do is put the One-Wrap on top of whatever you want to put. Let's say this pouch right here. And I'm going to put the left side with the middle of the pouch. As you can see on the right side, there's a little bit of the One-Wrap that surpasses the limit of that little pouch right here. So this is the left side on the stitching, and right here on my finger is where you're going to have to cut it. So all you do is going to cut that piece the size of this strip right here, and then you're going to feed the strip inside, 2 loops or 3 or 1, it's up to you, and then that's it. Hope that helps, guys. Any questions, just let me know.